this is Seth from BJJGearJunkie.com, here today with another gear review. Today this is from the Submission Fight Co., and this is their Submission Light Gi, okay? I consider this gi an entry-level gi, and that's purely on the price point. Whenever I have a gi come through that is around $100 or less, I always try to categorize that into the entry level, meaning not that it's low quality. It's basically saying that this is one of the gis that within that category that I would recommend to new students that don't have a gi and they don't want to spend a lot of money on a gi because they're not sure if they're going to stick with the sport, okay? So when I did this review, I was comparing this gi to other gis in that category, so like the Gameness Pearl and the Fuji, okay? So that's just kind of the idea. And for that price point, this gi definitely passes with flying colors. Okay, I'm very impressed with this. This is an A2. I probably should have gotten an A1 because I'm starting to learn that I think I was born with little stumpy T-Rex arms, okay? Because whenever I get a gi, that's always the trouble area for me, is it's long in the sleeves. This one was considerably long in the sleeves for me when I first got it. So right away, I did the vinegar soak first to lock in the color, okay? And that, as you can see, worked wonders, all right? So then I threw it in the washing machine after the soak, ran it through on cold, and then right into the dryer on high heat for a full cycle, all right? I took it out. It had shrunk up quite a bit, and it was close to perfect. I also wanted to put it through a little bit of a torture test, so I repeated that process 5 times. Cold wash, full cycle on high heat, okay? When I took it out, it fits almost perfect on me now. It's a tad bit long in the sleeves still, but again, I probably should have gotten an A1. So after I took it out and made sure that it sized correctly, the next thing I looked at was, does it show any signs of wear, you know, after getting beat up in the dryer? And it didn't, okay? The collar didn't warp on me. I didn't have any loose threads. Nothing was coming apart. So I was really impressed. I was like, all right, now we're talking. So then after that, I put it into somewhat of a high rotation, probably 2 to 3 times a week for about a month, maybe a month and a half now, to be honest. So now it's time to review this gi and get it out to you guys, basically with my seal of approval on it. So keep in mind, this is around a $100 gi, and honestly, looking at it and wearing it, you can't tell that I would probably say, if somebody gave me this and said, how much is this gi, I'd probably tell them more like $150. That doesn't mean you should raise your prices, Submission Fight Co., okay? Keep them where they are. All right, so let's talk about the jacket first and go into some of the talking points. We already kind of talked about the fit a little bit. Again, I probably should have gotten an A1. But this A2 was a tiny bit long in the sleeves, but I was able to shrink it up considerably. With the vinegar soak, the color stayed perfectly. I mean, it faded out a little bit, but it didn't wash out nearly as much as probably if I did not do the vinegar soak, okay? This is a pearl weave, and like any pearl weave, you know that at first they're kind of rough on the skin, all right? But one of the good things about this, when I first took it out of the package, I was like, oh man, this is really rough gi. But when you flip it open and you feel the backside of this material, it's not rough at all on the skin, okay? So I was pretty psyched about that. Plus you throw a rash guard on and you don't feel any roughness on your skin. Plus, after how many times I've washed it, I've probably washed this gi about 20 times now, okay? It's starting to break in nicely now. So I think, you know, a couple more months and the stiffness won't be an issue. Pearl weaves dry really fast too, so it's really nice. The pants are 100% ripstop, so it's pretty sweet summertime gi, you know, training. So that's kind of the fit. Let's talk about the durability a little bit some more. This collar, it's 100% ripstop, like we said. This collar is awesome, okay? This is what I kind of expect in any gi collar, even a high-end gi, a $200 gi, okay? When I compare this collar to the other collars inside the entry-level gi category, this one blows like the Gameness Pearl right out of the water. If you watch that video, I can actually manipulate the collar with 2 fingers, you know, squish, squish, squish. This one is nice, okay? So that's the collar. Let's open this up, and again, I'll probably roll in some pictures of the details on the stitching here and stuff, the reinforcements. It does have this nice corner piece here, a big piece of material, so I'm pretty satisfied with that there. The bottom seam here, that's nice. It kind of reminds me of an atama, so that's really good. Everywhere else, the reinforcement looks good, and there's no loose threads even after all of these washes. So let's take a look at the armpit piece. This is always hard to show on camera, so again, I'll probably try to roll it in, pictures in. So, nice armpit piece there. That's good. Everything you come to expect out of that. Okay. So the durability on this gi so far is pretty rock solid. The tapering on the sleeves is nice. It's competition legal, you know, you stick the 4 fingers in there, and there's not a lot of extra. So it's not wizard sleeves, okay? I always call it wizard sleeves when it comes like way down to here. And the same thing, it's nice trim cut along the armpit area here, so you don't have any flying squirrel issues either, okay? So let's talk about the pants, and then we will go into the cool factor. All right, these pants, probably these pants alone are worth almost $100. These pants are awesome. They remind me a lot of my Atama Mundao 7s, to be honest. 100% ripstop material, but they're not that waxy feeling, okay? So it's light, but it's not that weird, stiff kind of weird texture, all right? It is reinforced knees here. But it's not like padded, it's just reinforced for durability. Has a nice taper on the bottom, down here on the pant legs too, so it fits nice. You're not wearing MC Hammer pants, which I really enjoy. They did go with the bungee system, which I'll talk about in a second with the draw cord. 2-loop system. I think if they were to improve on the gi, I would probably add another loop back here just to kind of make sure that the bungee doesn't get caught up and stuff and things, keeps it kind of in place, okay? So the pants fit great too, by the way. Alright, so this bungee cord, as you can see, it kind of got beat up a little bit in the dryer. The funny thing is, when you cinch this thing up, it goes almost down to my feet. That's how long it is, okay? So when I tie it up, I tie it, then I double tie it, and I triple knot it, all right? So I talked to Submission Fight Company, and I was like, hey, so why is this thing so long? And they had a good point. They said if it's too long, just cut it to your size. It's better too long than too short. It's so true in a lot of things in life. But, so, good point, $100 gi, can't complain. You know, I can always cut this or I can swap it out, but it's just kind of comical how long it was. I'll probably roll in some footage to kind of explain it a little bit more. And like I said, it is getting a little beat up here from all the washes and stuff. So, but that's easily, you know, swapped out. It does have the seam tape running along the bottom here, which I really think seals the cool factor deal. So let's talk about that a little bit. As always, I will roll in patches of, pictures of the patches, kind of more close up. I think what makes this cool factor for this gi is this matching seam tape that runs along the bottom of the gi and then also along the pants that we just showed. It ties everything in together, you know? And if not, it would have just been a blue gi with some black on it, okay? And it does kind of have this comes in white and black also, but I got the blue model. It also kind of plays, like you have some black, which plays with blue really nicely, and then also in their patch you have some white and some red, which also plays nicely together. So I definitely think that is the cool factor of this gi. So, wrapping it all up, around $100 gi, nice collar here, it's really durable, pearl weave, ripstop collar, 100% ripstop pants here. The cool factor is pretty awesome on it. I can't really complain any. So there you have it. This is the Submission Fight Co.'s Submission Light gi. Okay, great summertime gi for $100. It may actually take the #1 spot for the gi that I recommend to newer students that are just coming into the sport. Okay, so make sure you guys check out the written review because I do have the discount code coming for you, and I think it's so you save 5%. And I do have, I'll have some links to where you can actually purchase this gi, all right? So thank you to Submission Fight Company for setting us up with that discount code. So make sure you read the written review on this. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like what we're doing here, make sure that you like us on Facebook because we do have some contests coming your way, free giveaways. Everybody likes free stuff. And also like us on Twitter and subscribe to the YouTube channel, all right? Thanks, guys.